Okay, let's get the show rolling. And I am going to. There you go. Hello, guys. It's Monday and it's almost Easter. If you're watching this, you have entered Pia's Creative Corner. My name is Pia, and oops, I have just gone and got my things for today. So, first of all, cup of coffee, of course, to keep us all awake. And hopefully I will have, it is a thermo cup, but I tend to forget about it, and then, yeah, you know. So, I think I'm just gonna turn this down a bit. There I go. Because it's like I'm shouting to, I'm kind of trying to speak louder than the music is playing. But hopefully it's all done now. So my intention is just to let it be kind of a background noise, and then my voice will be the primary sound. This is my second stream after my small AIDA on these 7-8 months of how much it ended up in. The first one didn't, I don't know if it went bad, but I had a lot of technical problems. Hopefully those are resolved. So far it's not looking good, but hopefully, well, I had a bit of a start problem today, so I hope that it's just Twitch being a little bit twitchy, and that I will be able to have a nice stream. I will be here for a couple of hours, 3 hours maybe. I just went out with my dog, and now I'm gonna put up my setup. I'm gonna work on this picture. It's called The Colors of Life. It is by Chuck Pinson, and it is from Diamond Art Club. It looks like this. It has 59 colors, and it is with square drills, and it is a 87 by 65 centimeter. I am working on it on the short side, on the 65 centimeters side. So, and that's just because I tend to think that when I work on the long side, I know I'm not gonna work as many rows, but I think it's a long way from one end to the other. I am using these containers here. It is a knockoff from Elizabeth Ward System. I don't have the financial means to buy the originals. I wish I had, but I don't. So I have these, and these are my favorites. One of the reasons I really like it is because they come in these trays, and I can kind of put my small scrapbook system I have, and I can put a lid on it, and this is how they were. I had them for 8 months until I actually started working on the picture. So yeah, I really like that system, I will say. Today, maybe I should turn on some light also. There you go. So today I'm gonna put up my whole setup, and I hope that I will be able to work on everything. I am a little bit worried about my connection, and I am also puzzled by it, but because it should be a really good connection, and I can't for the life of me get why I get these really bad numbers, but maybe it's just well, it is what it is. So, before I get started, I wanted to change my single placer in one of them, in one of my pens, because I have this is the whoops value. This as I bought from Amazon. Come on, focus, please. There you go. From Amazon, and I'm not too fond of it. I really like these from Diamond Art Club, and I have that in the other one, and therefore I want to change that back. Change that in my pen. So I guess my guess is that a lot of you will be watching this on a replay or on a VOD later. So I'm well aware that a lot of people are like working today and are not aware that I'm going live. And I am going live on a bit of season time or where not that many are streaming. But it is actually a very, very good time for my day to do it. I'm not so tired, and I just went out with my dog, and I just get things done at the moment. So okay, I think we will. It is a bit. Maybe it's okay. No, it's not. It's a bit of a balance with these tips because because it's a hand turn pen and that it's like that bit it's a bit different from pen to pen whether I need to put something in or how much I need to put in, and this just not seem to fit in here. Hang on. I'll just do it the other way around. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it that way. So I was just checking. It was actually in the other end, but it just didn't seem to fit in the other end. So I love these pens. These are from Norse Alchemist, and he makes some amazing pens. But whether it's from him or from somebody else, when you do get these hand turn pens, and you kind of just have different kind of tips, you will always have to do some customization when it comes to how to make sure that they're not like turning crazy around, and they're kind of secure in the where are my tweezer and all that, and I took the wrong job here. I need to put something in as I recall it. There are something in, but I think that this one is very old. And then I have this small jar here. That is my trash jar for all sorts of things. So I think I'm gonna use these ones here for that one. These are glue dots, and I'm just taking one of these, and I'm actually just, to be honest, it's a little bit of put and tuck and pull, and then you will have, and then I just put it in, and yeah. It's not a big science behind how to. I just put it in, and do a little bit of, you know, securing that it's there where it's just so supposed to be, and then it's all good, I think. So here and this one, and my trays. So if you're new to diamond painting and new to my channel, as I said, my name is Pia and I do diamond painting, but I do a lot of stuff in here. So today's diamond painting, another day it can be adult coloring, or it could be cross stitching, or whatever. So always stop by and see what I'm working on. It might be something you find is interesting. I know I talk a lot. When I just started my YouTube channel, someone mentioned that they thought I was talking way too much, and I was like, yeah. I got a little bit, you know, worried or sad, because I was like, what should I change to make people like what I do? And then I talked to some of the more experienced or seasoned member of the streaming community, and they were like, don't change anything. People will be there if they like you, and if they don't, they will, you know, just let them be. Don't change anything, because there's so many of us streaming, so there will be someone who likes you, no matter what, you know, so don't worry. So what I put up here is, I put up just an ordinary box. I got a diamond painting kit in, and then I put a piece of wood here, plate, and I need my cloth here so my light pad won't slide. And in here in my streaming room, I have a A2 light pad. In my living room, where I also stream from sometimes, I do have a A1, but in here I have a A2. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I don't know why my connection is so bad, but I hope that it gets better, to be honest. I don't know how to fix this. I'm just gonna keep on working and hopefully the VOD will be okay when I'm done for the day. It's like my connection is a bit. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's like my connection is a bit slow, which I don't get because it shouldn't be. So, okay, I'm gonna work on this and try and not be too focused on what is not working, because then I won't be get anything done. So I'm gonna turn this light on. Let's see. Then I'm gonna put this on. I was just thinking that if it's really not working today, I might be trying again Wednesday perhaps. Oh, now it got me a good connection. Sometimes not think too much about it, just be happy that what it is what it is. Okay, so I have been working on this piece. I did do a ribbon chat in Danish the other day, so I put that on YouTube. So my Danish follower got a small piece of me in Danish. And I hope they will forgive me, because it got a bit disconnected because of my dog and all that. So, but hopefully they will see it as a bit of a fun, and so and I'm gonna put this up here, because the reason why I put this is two reasons. Because it will take a bit of the shine from my light pad, and I will be able to put stuff up here so they don't slide, and my trays, and then I will have all the other colors on the side. Okay, I'm almost there. What the hell? Let's see. just to do a recap, these are the two pens I'm working with. This is a 12 placer, this is a 6 placer, and then the single placers. So yeah, we're good to go. I think I've been working from this side to and then across, and usually I will be like dropping one down and go the other way, but due to camera angles and stuff, I think I'm just gonna take it from this side. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and we're gonna take this and zoom in closer. Can we do that? I think we're gonna do a. I better take it on a manual, because if I do it on automatic, the zoom will be a bit. I think usually it will be too close. So I'm just gonna zoom it in. Whoops. And I'm gonna take it over here. So if you have watched my YouTube video, you will know that it was a bit it went a bit funny, because not just because my dog started barking at the end, but also because it's recorded with my camera on the phone, and I don't have the same zoom ability on that one, so a little bit more it's a little bit more of a challenge. Let's just say that. And here I just need to remember that I can actually move the whole camera a bit and move this back and down. I always find, because I usually kind of work on the whole area, that it is a bit of a challenge because I want to show you the best picture when I work, and but I think we're gonna go with that one. So because I will be working mostly here, I think, in the beginning. So how do I decide what to do and where to start? That's a good question that people often ask me, and the thing I do is I will be looking at this and be like, okay, I think I'm gonna go with one of these colors. And the reason why I take this one is because there are a lot of those in the colors here, and I think, to be honest, I'm gonna work here, because that is where kind of that section stops. From here and a little bit further, that's not this color. So when I do that, I like it's a way to limit myself and to kind of have some kind of structure, or so I'm not like just, because otherwise it can't be, I tend to just be all over the place, and that's not good for me. I will almost always have the one that is active very close to me, so I know that this is the color I work with, and there's two reasons for that. The one reason is my memory is not so good, so sometimes I will be forgetting what symbol I'm actually working on, and to prevent me from working on the wrong symbol or the wrong colors, I just learned to do that. I have made my mistakes, no doubt about that. So try not to this is one of my ways to do that. But other than that, it's just, to me, I'm like, there's not that much into do diamond painting. I think it's not like rocket science in my world, because it is a lot of, a lot like paint by numbers. So you just need to know the colors, and need to know the symbol or the numbers, and then just work from there. And I think that's why, one of the reasons why, when I started with the stamp cross stitch, it was like, well, this is a kind of a well-known territory. I know that way of working with things. So I can, it should be, it was doable or workable, or whatever you can say. Well, the good thing about there's a bit of a delay is I can actually be getting some coffee and looking like I'm working on the picture. Okay. So, but I hope you get a picture of it makes sense with the numbers and all that. I don't think that diamond painting is more expensive than other kind of craft. I think it's just as expensive as other things, just due to that when you get into it and you want better tools and all that. I don't think it's, no matter what kind of craft you are into, in the moment you get kind of obsessed with it and you want to do more, you want better tools, you want better things to work with, better materials. Yeah, it's gonna cost you, and that's whether it's cross stitch, it's bubbles, it's felting, whatever. It will always be expensive at one point, I think, because better things cost more money. It is what it is. So I was actually having, I did have like a, I had like, what do you call it? Not a date. I was going to visit one of my very good friends, and unfortunately she got ammonia, so her lungs are very bad, and they are very bad as it is, because she has this smoking lungs. So she's, as it is, has a very bad lung function, and when she catches ammonia, it just gets worse. And she was so tired. I was riding with her, and she was like, oh, and I was, first of all, I was like suggesting to get there a bit early and then leave early, because I knew she was gonna have a party and to get prepared and all that, and I didn't want to interrupt too much. And then she was like, oh, but I got ammonia, and it's not like I'm not like contagious or anything, but just know that I'm a bit worn out, and I was like, well, whether you want to have the party or not, but shouldn't we just find another weekend where you don't have that much on your plate? So we're gonna push it 1 week, so next weekend. the first weekend after Easter it's gonna be instead of. But that means that suddenly I have a lot of free time in Easter that I didn't plan on having, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I haven't completely decided yet what I'm gonna do, because I don't have a lot of money to do anything. But I was kind of thinking maybe just, utilize that, having the days off, and at least these couple of days before the Easter, here Monday to Wednesday, I will have like everything at home by myself, and do some streaming, maybe do some video recording, some more of that, and put a little bit of life from me and to you guys, and show that I'm still here, even though I am really amazed that people are actually still following me, and I was like, when I logged on to my Twitch account for the first time after 7 months or so, I was like, I wonder if it's completely in zero or what, but there's still people following me. So I think when I get to a more regular schedule, there will be more coming back to my streams, and I know this is just me. I have to kind of crawl back, and I think that the whole, with my connection being a little bit a challenge, it was that in the beginning too, actually, but I should have gotten a better connection, so I really don't get it. I think to some extent it might be Twitch or something, because it shouldn't be the connection. Let's just say that it shouldn't be. So I was thinking maybe to do a bit of cross stitch upstart today. I had original thought that this year should be a cross stitch year, and I am kind of still thinking that, and I wanted to start my cross stitch project with silk thread, but first I wanted to do some diamond painting because I really want to finish this picture. Like I'm only just started, but it's like I feel like I owe the one that I gifted this to. So I feel like I really need to get moving on it. So I can't just let it lay around, as especially now where I kind of have broken the seal. I know that it's just gonna be like my nightmare. You know what? Get lost. I really don't like you. I thought actually I blocked that one. But maybe I didn't. Doot doot. Sorry, I just needed to check if that was the right one, but it was. So, okay. Even though there's no one here, I don't want those bots coming around. And they just tend to show up every time you haven't been streaming for a while, so it's like you just need to refresh the whole system. That I still don't want those. Thank you. No, so I think that one of my plans is regarding with the streaming and all that I am going to return to a kind of a regular schedule with a Sunday stream, but I'm not there yet. Hopefully it's gonna be more over after the summer. I think I will look into something more, scheduled and more like every Sunday or every other Sunday. But there's a lot in my life that is not a done deal. So, and there's different things that I really just need to get fixed, and so one day at a time. So, to entertain those people that are watching this on a board, because I think that's gonna be the way I'm gonna reach you guys today with this streaming here in a board. So I want to tell you something a bit more personal on a personal note. And I do apologize for my a little bit rusty English at the moment. I think it's due to it's been a while since I actually spoke English. I tend to, notice myself that I do lag a little bit in that. But anyway, that is not gonna stop me from telling a little bit about myself. No, I'm just gonna. I have a tweezer for my glue dots, and I have a tweezer for my for this pink wax, and I need this one. Heroes and Diamonds, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. It's been a while. So what are you up to today? Are you having a Easter holiday like me? So, the thing I wanted to share is I was walking my dog the other day and enjoying the spring, and just reflecting, thinking a little bit about my life choices and all that tend to come with the spring for me. To me, spring is like that time of the year where everything is reborn, everything is new, and life is just starting all over in a way. So I'm like thinking a lot about my choices, and I was thinking about my life in general. As some of you already know, I am adopted. It has been too long. My cousin is visiting mini Easter holiday. Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice. Yeah, it has been too long. I know. So, I was just checking. I had a bit. I had some technical difficulties the last time, and I had it this time. So, but I'm happy you stopped by, and I really appreciate that I still have people stopping by to say hi to me. And I will be trying to stream a little bit more, be a little bit more present here. No, well, back to my life choices. So I was just, everything was like it's spring and the sun is shining and you can just feel the heat and the warmth and everything is starting all over. Flowers are growing and the birds are, reproducing themselves and it's a new beginning and still in and yet again the life is long, so it's not that new. And in all that, I was thinking that I remember back when I was a kid that my adopted parents used to have like an Easter lunch, and they were inviting friends and family, and it was a thing with alcohol and beer and my mom was like, almost like Christmas was decorating the home with chickens and egg and to me that never really grew upon me. I was not like, I wanna carry on that tradition. And I actually was a little bit puzzled why. And I think I did for a while, but when I was around 19, I had a boyfriend. I kind of, established my first home. And right now I have a dog who is a bit annoyed about his mom. Let's see if we can get a picture of him. So, what do you want to buy from me, love? What do you want to buy from me? What do you want to buy? Hang on, I'm gonna find something for him. Come on. Let's go. Back. I bought a kind of a dog muesli bar at a shop we call Maxi Zoo in Denmark, and I gave him one of those. Come on, update the picture. It's a really slow updating, but it's okay. Not that my dog is needy or spoiled, but he does know that when he comes in here, when I'm doing like this talking, then I tend to give him something that he can kind of just chew on. So, who is fooling who? But I think after that time where I was so young and having like my first big breakup from a person, a boy or a man I was living with, and we had established a whole. I bought my first house with him, and I think just we outgrew each other in a way. It was not. We were living in a very love-hate relationship. Not violently, but we were arguing a lot, and it was not good for any of us. So I think when it kind of at that point disappeared from my life, the tradition about Easter, I never kind of found the way back to it. And I think in a way, because for me, Easter is not like, maybe because I'm not like a, big believer in the Bible and all that. There's a lot of tradition in the church I really love, if for instance around Christmas. But around Easter, I have never had that kind of same thing. So I think that not having a big family, cousins or aunts or uncles or whatever that I see, also kind of contributes to the fact that why should I invite, especially for Easter? I could invite at any point of the year. I don't have to like make it a tradition for the Easter. So I think it kind of went out the drain there. But another thing I was thinking is that at that time I was like, when I was 18, I went to business school, and I had a really rough year. I have always been like very, very done my homework. I was always there in class, and were prepared and everything. But when I had my first year in business school, I was like, I have never been so much away from school as I was in that year. And the plan was that I was going to take 2 more years and end up with a business exam. I didn't. Hey, Binge, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I'm coming back to that. Did you have a good time last time you were just stopping by and you were on your way out? As I recall it, you were going out with your husband, your partner, for a theater thing or something. So I was like, I'm not. It kind of, was just like it went out from being. I went from being a very, very well prepared student to be like never there. So and I had some really big issues with my parents, and it was just a teenage rebellion thing. But it was also like a thing, I was really, really tired of school and books and all that jazz. So I think that it had a lot to do with the fact that I didn't get around to apply for the next 2 years. So what I did instead was that I moved out from my home, away from my family, from my parents, and I got a job in a burger bar, a burger restaurant, or not a restaurant, that may be a bit too much, but a place where we made burgers and fries and all that. And I worked there for a couple of years, but after a year working there, having worked night and weekends, and all because we were like placed situated next to a bar and dance restaurant place, so we were like, so when people were very drunk, they came in to order burgers and fries at our place. So I managed to I learned some very hard work skills around conflict solving and knowing my limits and telling other people to where my limits are and stuff like that, boundaries and things like that. So but I also during that year I realized that I really wanted something else. Yeah, we took my mom to the theater, that's right, and we had a lovely Korean meal. Oh, before made my day seeing, oh, Benj. Oh, you had Korean food. Oh, I'm so jealous now. Oh, I want to eat Korean. I actually think the last time I had Korean was when I was in Manchester, to be honest. So we do have some nice Korean restaurants here in Denmark too. So I tend to do that on my birthday. I tend to eat Korean because, yeah, it's in Copenhagen and I need some transportation. So, but I really like Korean food. I don't. Unfortunately, we don't have it out here where I live. Because if we had, I would be like, that would be my main source of food. It was a nice treat. How did that visit go when you went to see your sister? Oh, it went really good. It went really good. I think actually when was that? It was in November last year, was there? It must have been. I think that must have been. It went really good. They had like built some extra room and new kitchen and bathroom and all that. It was really nice, and it as I said, seeing other places she's been living in, it had a touch of Scandinavia in how the decorating and how it was made. I really love the way that they had a lot of light coming in from the windows above, so it was really nice, and we had some really good times, and her boyfriend is really sweet, and just sometimes it's just nice to be around people that has known you for years, and she's been like, we have been best buddies since we were 8 or 9 or something like that. So it's been a while. So it's really, I always love visiting her, and sometimes I really do miss her a lot, and I'm kind of a little bit sad that she's over there, but we have managed to pull through all our ordeals in life. She's been there for 22 years, I think. So there's been a lot happening since she took the flight and moved all the things over there. So Yeah. But sometimes it's just like, even though it's only 2.5 hour away, it still feels like across the on the other side of the planet, so to speak. So so yeah. But I would say, when I had that kind of a year away from the school, it actually made me realize that I did miss. There was a lot of things that I really felt like I was just dying mentally working at a burger place, and so I was a little bit more motivated to get into business school second time around. I would still say that I was not 100%. I think I did it a lot because to satisfy my parents in a way, so they wouldn't be like all, worked up. That it created a lot of a lot of waves in the family that I took that year off, and they never said it to me, but they said it to someone else in my family, that they were very worried that I did that, and that they wouldn't come back, and that I wouldn't come back and actually get an education. So in a way, I'm a little bit sad that that they haven't been here to see that I actually took a bachelor later in life. I have a painting pal to keep me to keep company. Yay! I am just setting up my painting. Nice, really nice. Well, I'm like, when my dog is in here, he's not like just keeping me company. He is acquiring my attention, so he's not really good at sharing, and that just not get better as he gets older. I will say, but so I have just I have given him a mute button in a muesli bar that I bought at our local animal shop thing. So he is turning 8 this year, and it's not like he's an old, but he is a senior dog, and we are going to visit the vet tomorrow. I just had him checked for lungworm, French lungworm, and there was nothing there because he was coughing, and I was a little bit worried. So I was talking to our vet, and he said, "Well, let's just take him for that first, and then we can take it from there." So tomorrow we're just gonna get a overall health check, and I'll talk about what the cough could be. The thing is, since I made the appointment with the with the vet, he hasn't actually been coughing. So, yeah, not that. Come on, not that I think that he can actually be like, oh, I don't want to, but it's a little bit funny. He's a little bit funny. So, I love my dog, no doubt about it, but I do kind of get nervous when he when he's not 100%, then I'm like, oh no, my baby. So I was thinking a little bit about maybe doing this is autofocus is a bit annoying. I'm gonna take a little bit away. I was thinking of maybe doing some cross stitching. Oh, at least maybe break it in and doing a couple of stitches. I don't know yet. I haven't completely decided, and I am a little bit in that mood every now and then. I am like, I want to, but I don't want to. I think it a little bit depends on how well I'm doing in here. Actually, I think it's going really good with my diamond painting right now. I was in the beginning when I started diamond painting again. I was like, oh, I hope I'm not like really suck at it now that it's been a while. But It's like riding a bike, you know it. You can actually do it like again. So even though it's been like 7, 8 months since I last did a diamond painting, there was little bit of rust in the beginning where like, okay, there's things I forgot, but it's coming back to me. So I don't want to enable, but did you see that the North Alchemist has a huge sale on? I haven't followed anyone binge for a while, and it has a lot to do with that. I don't have the financials at all, and it's not just like I really don't have them, and every money I am kind of earning, I really have to put aside. So unfortunately, and to spare myself from the agony and the tears of all the things I can't buy, I kind of think I just unplugged. Hello baby, you're back. Så kan du godt lægge dig ned. Ja, I see you. Go and lie down. So is it a good sale, binge? I mean, he's always had good sales when he does these sales. They are all, you usually, and I can only recommend North Alchemist. He's also the ones who made these pens I'm working with, and he makes some amazing pens. And when he does the sales, usually you can get some really, really nice pens for really not that much money, you know. So læg dig ned. Arthur, læg dig ned. Læg dig. Læg dig. Hvad er det med det? Du skal til dyrlægen i morgen. Ja. Så, læg dig ned. Oh yeah, and it's a big selection of his pens as well. I was tempted, but I am saving for our city break. Yeah. It is, you know, I really just have to not see it because I'm real, and because he is like living, you know, 4 kilometers or so from me. So it would be so easy for me just to order one and just go and get it. So I really I'm really like, I don't want to see it. Although I will say, I was actually the other day thinking that as my birthday is coming up, that could be a birthday present for me. Just, you know, to treat myself. but I haven't checked up on him. So, but yeah, I can recommend everyone else to do it and go and see if there should be a pen. He has some really nice pens, and when he does make his sales, they are good sales. And you can get like some really nice pens for sometimes I have gotten 2 or 3 pens for, you know, 3 pens for or 3 pens for 2 pens price or something like that. So it's really they're really usually really good sales. And usually they're usually you need to be little bit quick about it because he also do sell out fast. So but he has like a lot of nice things overall. I have like, I think it's 10 pins from him. And I could have a lot more. Did you see the post from DAC about the possible price increase for overseas customers? No, but I would imagine that it would come. Just due to the whole Trump and all that, with the new things coming from their side, they will have to increase the prices, and unfortunately. So in a way, I'm happy about that. I have a stash, so I don't have to buy anything for a while, and hopefully it will settle down again at one point. But it is one of the things that are kind of the consequences with the whole price war thing among our countries, from between the States and the rest of the world, to be honest. So it is what it is. We can't do that much about it. It is a bit of a drag that we kind of just have to, live with it. I get some supplements from the States, and I know they're gonna increase those prices too, because and I will have to monitor whether it really helps my skin and everything, so I really don't want to not buy it, but if it gets too expensive, I will have to at one point. So, or maybe, just buy in bigger bundles. So, but it's pain in the butt, to be honest, I think. Especially for us who likes buying things from the States, from the small shops in the States. They're gonna suffer a lot, because it's like they can't just sell as they used to, unfortunately. And I mean, we had here in Denmark, as it is, it was like, this big change, so it was getting very expensive for us to get things from the States, and now it's getting even more expensive. So, and they're raising the price on the other side. It's like, oh, everyone is raising the price. Who's gonna pay? The customers are. At the end of the day, there's only one to pay the price, and that's us, unfortunately. So if you are a crafty person, or someone who likes to jump into new projects or adventures, then starting a diamond painting company could be a place. I think I think a company like Overloa will actually benefit from it, because they're like situated in Canada and France, and people will be more inclined to buy from them from the rest of the world instead of Diamond Art Club, because they won't be that expensive, and they're still working on really good quality. Nej, gå ned og læg dig. Du har lige været ude at gå. Arthur, gå ud og læg dig. It's really strange, like, because I'm not sitting in the couch playing PlayStation or watching telly or doing anything else, but I'm actually in here doing the stream and we are home alone. He's like, he can't really contain himself. It's like he's occupied with something else that he's not a part of, and I haven't done this as much too much being alone in the home. Dreamer Design is also taking off with some of my friends. Okay. I haven't. I mean, my experience with Dreamer Design, fair or not fair, hasn't been that good. So I'm not going to go with Dreamer Design. If I wanted to go with someone else, it would be Oloa. Dreamer Design is still an American company, so you will still have the risk of having increased prices at one or the other point. But Oloa, because they are like a Canadian company and they also have their France department, France department, they are like, the prices will be a little bit more secured, and they won't be like inflated as much, I think. So I think I'm gonna, I can't make yet a completely one-to-one comparison between the two pictures, but when I'm finished with this row here, so I have like 2 rows, it would be very close. The only thing is that the Dreamer Design I made. Hey Ula, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Now I am almost complete in. It's so good to see all you guys today. I'm so happy. Nej, læg dig ned. Where was I? With the Dreamer Design. So I can't make, until I'm completely done with this picture. When I'm done with it, I will actually could make a really, one-to-one comparison, because the thing is, I worked on the Dreamer Design on the long side, on the 84 centimeter side, and this is on the 65 centimeter side, so it is on the shorter side, so it's gonna be a little bit, I think, difficult to make a one-to-one comparison, but I think even though you will be able to see you will get a very good view of it. You could see the difference even in the print. And to begin with, that had a lot to do with why I kind of had to let it go, the Dreamer Design, because the print was so bad. It actually was giving me a headache, so I had to let it go. And I was very fortunate that Diamond Art Club and Chuck Pinson actually made a release on the exact same picture. So this is the exact same picture, just from a different company. From what I heard, they should have, almost phased those bad prints out, but I also heard that some still get them when they are ordering. So you have to be a little bit cautious, I think. That's my best advice when it comes to Dreamer Design. And I think that not everyone, the first I did from Dream, I bought 2, and the first I did was not bad at all. I didn't mind, and I think to some extent it was a lot to do with the colors were like more in the cold scale, whereas this is more in the warm, and they made them almost like fluorescent, the colors, so it really hurt my back. The new Abraham Hunter is stunning. Wow, amazing. So I think I'm gonna I'm not gonna buy any diamond painting this year. I am going to work on the cross stitch a bit more as a primary, and the diamond painting as secondary. Which has been my plan the whole time. I didn't plan for me to be like off the diamond painting for 8 months, but yeah, things happen. And back to the thing you asked me, Benj, about how I'm doing. I'm actually doing okay. But I do have a lot of challenges with my body and my pain. So I do have a lot of days where I'm like almost not functioning. And I do have and it's like the pain meds I get is like not covering it at all. So so that is one of the reasons why I kind of had to like drop everything, and then chronic pain is are very sensitive to what happens in other things in your life. If you have good things happening in your life, your chronic pain won't feel that bad. If you have challenges or you're pushed off balance, your pain will feel a lot worse. And I was absolutely pushed off balance last year, and I haven't completely recovered from that. And when I'm kind of in a balance again, I will tell you a lot more about that. But I have to get out on the other side first. Oops. So, but that, and that's why it kind of had, took me a while to get back and to get back into diamond painting. I did, however, finish my cross stitch I started last year. So I haven't been kind of yeah, exactly. I'm sorry to hear that, Piers. I can see why cross stitch may be better for you, as you can sit at the sofa and chill. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly why I think that's one of the reasons why I did finish my cross stitch I started on, and I did started on a new one. So I have this whole frame setup that I use, and I can use that on my good days, but on my bad days I'm actually using a hoop, and I have two hoops. I have a small one and I have a bigger one, and I was thinking of using the big one for my silk thread project, which is also a round project, so that would be kind of match each other. So, and I would absolutely take that in consideration to do it in here on stream, just to show what I got and to talk about how my first impression outfit is and all that. But yeah, that has a lot to do with the fact that I can actually sit in, and the fact that I can sit in the sofa, I don't have to sit in a certain way, and I don't have to sit in the same position all the time, and that has a lot, that has a lot to say too. So yeah, but I'm still taking care of my job and all that, and that has a first priority. I have to I have to I have to take care of my job first. And Dad was like, I have to give that enough energy, my job, and then this must be secondary, the streaming, unfortunately. I really like streaming. I really like doing the videos and, just helping other people in that way. But I also have to be realistic about how many resources I actually have, and I don't have that many as I want to have, and I get frustrated about it sometimes, and the more frustrated I get, the more pain I get, and so it's like just an evil circle you get into, an evil spiral. But yeah, so I really want to, one of my dream project when it comes to cross stitch is to get one of these big Chinese pictures with silk thread, I think. I want to, at one point, my dream is also to buy one big From Heaven and Earth design. Maybe not a Josephine Ward, but it could be Chrysotica, which is one of my other favorite artists. I did a diamond painting that I actually saw. I saw it first time I saw it was from was as a cross stitch, and I was like, I want to do that cross stitch. But when it came out as a diamond painting from Diamond Art Club, I was like, I'm just gonna buy this one. So yeah. But I have been thinking of actually, I have been thinking of selling some of my finished pictures. The thing is that I'm not sure I actually can get any money for it, because one thing is I think they're beautiful or funny or, but that's not the same as everyone else will think or will pay the money for it. And in that sense, the Danish people are a little bit, what you say, careful on what they use their money for, especially when it comes to it's been like, we're not in that, the inflation is not that bad in Denmark at the moment, but it has been, and people has been really pushed to the limit in the, when it comes to food, buying food and stuff, and of course you have to, like, then you won't buy things for the wall when it's easy, when it's more important to get things in your stomach. So, but I gave one of my pictures to my very good friend, and like, she's like a sister to me, and it is one of the Mandy Manzano pictures, the one that is called I've Got You. And I remember when I bought it, and I was like, this one is really for her. She will absolutely love it. It's just her. And she was it was her birthday 2 weeks ago or something like that, but we celebrated it a week before that. So, and she was like, oh, you don't have to give me anything, and I know that you don't have that much money and all that. And I was like, no, but this one is not costing me any money. It's actually something that I have been that has been laying around, and now I want out of my home. So I gifted it to her, and she was over the moon. She was so amazed. It was like, oh, it's beautiful, and yes, you're right, it's just me. And then her kids were there, and her grandkids, and they were, oh, and she was like, oh, look what Pia gave me. And they're like, oh, that was gorgeous. And how long did it take you to work on that? I was like, yeah, that one took me around 4 weeks, I think, or something in that area. Like, and her oldest son was like 4 weeks. I would say a year or two. I was like, yeah, but it's when you're like, you don't have that much to do, or it's the thing you do when your body is all messed up and you need to get your mind off, then it's like, and it's not that complicated. It looks complicated. It looks like it's so much more than it is, in my world anyway. And I do get why people that don't diamond paint really feels like it must take ages, or it must be really, difficult to do. But in my world, it's not. I feel like if I did, I feel it's like the same when you talk to people that do like bubble lace or something like that. They're like, it's not that big of a deal. Because when you know, and it's, you will just be doing what comes natural for you. And it is something like that, I think. To me, diamond painting reminds me a lot about when I was working, doing things with the small beads, and I did Christmas bells or balls or decorations and all that, and whenever I have like a pattern I repeat all the time, I get faster and faster doing it. So and it's not like I am like doing it to out of what I want to be done as the first, or I want to be fast or something. It's just like how my rhythm is, and I get kind of sucked into the world, diamond painting world, or whatever craft I'm working with. And for me, the challenge will always be to do it in moderation. And that's also been the same with this one. I mean, when I knit, I tend to knit big projects, like big blankets or something like that. I try to knit small cloth or something, or washing cloth, or for the kitchen, or but it's not me. And I get bored, to be honest. It's really funny because I should not get bored, because I'm done, and I'm just working on it really short period of time. But working on, for instance, when I did the blanket for Ulla, I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed working on that much more than I actually enjoyed working on the small cloths. And that's where I realized that it's also something to do with the fact that I can, it needs to be at a certain size for me to enjoy it. So as I worked, I knitted a blanket for Ulla, and then at the same time I knitted one for my stepson and his girlfriend for Christmas presents. And so they got some, because they had just moved in together, and I was like, I know probably they got from other places, but these were like handmade. So the other ones I know were something they have bought from a store or something, but this cannot be bought. So I might be starting a new knitting project for another blanket, for me, because the ones I have, a lot of them are someone I did when I started knitting, and they are looking a little bit tired. Let's just say that. So, and I really like the one I did for Ulla is like a good, it's not too warm, it's not too, and it's really light in it. So you get the whole cuddling in factor, but it's not like a heavy blanket. And even though I really like working with the thick yarn and the big blankets in that way, it's too heavy for me. So I want to make a little bit thinner in it, and it's easier for me to do it and do a really large one and still be able to work with and on it without me crying myself to sleep because my hands are hurting. So that has also been like a challenge for me when it comes to me opening the whole diamond painting world, that I can't, my hands will completely keep me awake all night if I did like a 4-hour or 5-hour session with diamond painting in a row. So I think it actually suits me very well that I can do diamond painting for a couple of hours with a stream, and then I can do something else maybe for an hour or something. And I will also say, when I do stream, I'm not diamond painting as intense or in the same way as I do when I am on my own, because when I'm only me and diamond painting, I'm not talking that much, to be honest. So I am a little bit more just in silence, or having some stream or something in the background. So but I think what's going to happen is I'm probably gonna, when I'm finished with this one, I gave my stepson, I'm the same, yeah. I'm so, yeah. I have a whole day of painting ahead. Oh, that's nice. So this one is for my stepson, and he's gonna get that. And then I promised that he could actually get 2 pictures. So one is one I have chosen for him, and it's gonna be this one. Even though I'm really sad that he's gonna get it, because I really like it, but he is. I promised myself that this one is for him, and then he's gonna choose one. But I might be choosing one for him, because last time when he went into my stash, there was one he was particularly very fond of, and I was thinking the other day, maybe I should just give that to him. So that's gonna be like the last one. So I'm gonna make this one, and then I'm gonna make one more for him, and then I'm gonna pack it all up, to be honest, and be very much focused on the cross stitch. And when it comes to streaming wise, I'm gonna be cross stitching and doing a little bit more on the coloring and the painting. That's what I've been thinking. Yeah, so that's what my plans are when it comes to the stream and the whole video and all that, and the crafting side, what I'm gonna do. I did manage to get an old new computer. Be back in 5 minutes, needs to sort my canvas out. Okay, perfect. Loving it, yeah. Where was I? So yeah, my plan is to do this whole cross stitch and give that a good amount, but also with the coloring and with the painting. I wanna dive a lot more into that and give that a lot more attention this year. So that means that I'm gonna put the diamond painting on hold, but I'm not gonna put it, I'm not gonna sell out or anything. I'm just gonna pack it up for a while, and then I will pack it out again when maybe next year. And in the meantime, I will have done a lot of other things. So it's not like I'm just putting everything on hold or giving up on it. I'm just gonna do something else and for a while. And I think it has a lot to do with the overall thing happening in my life, that I just need to do something else. I need to see life in other perspective. And see how everything goes, to be honest. So yeah, but when that's being said, the other one that I might be doing, because he really likes it, is a heavy confetti thing. So it's not something I will be like over and done with in a week or something. It's gonna take a while, so it's probably something I will be done with at the end of the year, depending on my speed. Just to let you know, I will show you in a minute which one it is. And it is from one of my favorite artists too. I don't have that many pictures from that person, but it is actually one that I really like. So I think I'm gonna do that, work on that picture, and it could be like a whole rest of the year project, and then he can get it for the month of December. That will be probably where it's kind of ready for him to get, depending on a lot of things. But yeah, that is my guess. Let's see, 2. Yeah. So I'm actually playing PlayStation game. And I have been through some different ones. And I will say that all of the games that I'm playing, I know why I never really, it really like bite on me, this one with the games, because I really suck at something in those games, and I get so frustrated because I can't make things happen, and I'm like stuck, and I don't have the patience to try until it finally I succeed in it. And it's just one ability actually, and it's the whole jumping thing. And it at first I thought it was just the first game I was playing, and I can't even remember what it's called now. And then I was like, okay, now I'm playing another game in same similar category, and I still have a jumping problem. I was like, okay, maybe it's not the game, maybe it's just me that is completely sucks at this. I think it's something with that. Unfortunately, I will have to put it on my shoulder. Nej, læg dig ned. Arthur, læg dig. Læg dig ned. Jeg putter den her. Nej. Ja. Ja, læg dig ned. Læg dig ned. Helt ned. Læg dig. Tak. Um, but I'm still trying, and this one I'm playing is called Infinity Nikki, and it's actually a quite cool game, I think. It's a really sweet story, and yeah, his Ulla. The problem is Ulla is writing that she say, "Hi, superstar. Remember to do what mom says and be a good boy." The problem is that it's been a while also for him, and usually when I stream, I'm like not on my own. I'm not home alone as I am now. So usually there will be someone to entertain him, and the door will be closed for the most part. But because I do this during the daytime and we're home alone and I'm in my streaming room and not in my living room, he is a bit like it's the same thing I have when I do speak in the phone, because I get occupied with someone else, and he's like, now you're talking to someone else like than me, and he's almost like a kid that's trying to take my head and turn it around. So he is very spoiled when it comes to the whole attention and all that. So when I start laughing or something, he will become running. But now I just put his bed in here and told him to lie down and relax in that, and it's a good exercise. He needs to practice that. At the age of almost 8, he needs to learn that too. He's never too old. He still needs to learn things. But he's a good boy, and his mom is a little bit worried for tomorrow, but it's gonna be okay. It's just me. It's just me. I don't think there's anything serious wrong with him. It's just me being a little bit silly, mom silly about it. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna make new blankets for myself later this year. I think when we reach, usually I get these urges and then I get them at the time of the year. For instance, when I started knitting Ulla's blanket, it was like 30 degrees summer. Who the hell is starting on a project at that time? But I did, because I just got the urge for it. So yeah, that's just me in a nutshell. Um, but when besides of that, I think it's if I should do it in a wise plan, I should do it in the fall or the winter time. Because I do have blankets. It's not like I don't have any blankets, but I really need some newer ones, and I'm gonna donate these. I'm gonna wash them, and then I'm gonna donate them to maybe The administration went from laptops to desktop, and therefore there were some of the laptops that kind of were obsolete. And I asked my boss if I could borrow one of those just in for a while until I got, you know, the finances to buy a new one. But actually I can buy this one if it works for me for almost no money, just for the principal thing in that not giving things away. I think and it's not even because my boss wanted to be like that. I don't know where that decision came from that we were gonna pay for it. But I don't mind. It's really nothing. It's the same. It almost cost me the same as to how can I compare it? As a 2 pizzas in that area of amount of money. So it's that 2 pizza and a box of French fries. That has paid it. So it's not, you know, it's not like a lot of money, and it's, I actually think it works very well. And he asked me, our IT guy, he asked me what I was gonna use it for, and I think actually it was to find the one computer that suited my needs the best, so I wouldn't get like a computer that couldn't run the things I needed to run. And anyways, this one is bigger and newer than the one I have. I still have it, but I put it aside. I'm gonna, you know, at one of the days I'm gonna charge it, and then I'm gonna empty it for whatever data. I can kind of just do a completely wipe of the hard drive and reinstall, and then I can, you know, give it to someone, or I'm just gonna keep it because it is actually just a big tablet, and it has like the function where you can like you can kind of just make it a big tablet. Because you can flip the monitor section all the way, so it's just gonna be one big tablet. So, but it doesn't have the processor and all that is not that big. So, and it was not bought to be big. It was bought to just be a big tablet, to be honest. So it's actually quite okay that it can't run all the things I wanted to run in here. But I think at one point I will be buying a new overlay, and you know, maybe with a bit more effects or whatever. I had a challenge in changing around the computers because you know, the other one I had the whole setup, and suddenly it was like, oh, what was it, how was it I did that, and I did that with binge, and it's like, what, how did, so I had to like, what did I do there? And it wasn't trial and error. But on the other hand, I will say that when I kind of just started, it was like, oh, it came back to me. It's like, oh yeah, that was how we did it. Oh yeah, that was how we did it. So I really would love to have either I'm gonna find a way to have 2 cameras on. So I will have one camera on me and one camera on the project. But that I'm gonna do later this year or maybe next year. But that is a wish I want to put into life at one point, for sure. So I think actually it's gonna be like, I'm gonna do this for another 40 minutes or so, and I think that will be match right up to that. I will be ending this section here. Jack Pinson's picture has a lot of color change, also called confetti, in a lot of his pictures. It's not too bad, I think, in this one so far. The thing is that it's not color changing. It's more like the here and there thing, that it's not because of a lot of color change, but more that I have like 2 stones here, 3 there, and 4 there. So it's a little bit more like all over the place. I've had worse. Let's just say that I've tried worse. So I was thinking the other day, how do I decide what to do next? I think a lot of it has to do with what looks like there's the most of. What color does it looks like there's the most of? And what is the darkest color? Because the dark color do kind of stand out. And then makes it a bit more easy to work with. Oh, I think I have someone returning from work early today. Hang on. I will be right back. Okay. Okay, let's see. And there was no one there. I just think he heard actually something, a bird or something. I'm just going to turn this down a bit. Okay. The other day where, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I did record a ribbon chat for my Danish people, and at the end of the video, my husband came home, and he had been out to help one of his friends, and I had locked the door, and I hadn't told him that what I was gonna do or anything. So, and my dog was, I think actually he was just half asleep or something, but because my husband wasn't really, when he came home, and he came home faster than I expected, or quicker than I expected. So I wasn't really prepared for him to come home or anything. It's like, not that I should, but mentally wise. So my dog got surprised, and I got surprised, and the fact that he didn't just walk in, what he usually would have done if I didn't lock the door, but because I was recording, I locked the door, because my dog usually just sleep through everything. So but he didn't do that yesterday. He actually was very much awake. So and when he barked, it came from the deepest end of his stomach, when they got this really deep bark, like he's, who are you and what do you want? That was like what he was saying. So my husband was like, oh, but it's just me. So yeah, even a flat-coated retriever can be a little bit scary, and he's not a small dog either. He is a big dog, so he can be, if he wants to. He really sounded mad, like, just come in, let me eat you. I think he actually just was like a bit annoyed that it took so long, to be honest, for his dad to come in. But that is one of the things that he does actually react to, is that if people are like fumbling with the door, or putting something on the doorknob or something, he will actually be very, very mad. I'm not sure if he's mad or scared. That I'm never completely sure of. But he will bark, a deep bark. That and when I'm home alone in the evenings, if I'm sleeping alone, and or if I've gone to bed and my husband is out and he comes home late, I will be like, I usually will need someone to restart my heart, because my dog, or put me down from the ceiling, because I get so scared when he, you sleep and then suddenly your dog is like taking off from the bed where he usually will be sleeping on you or close to you, barking. So you get a little bit surprised. Let's just say that. Læg dig ned. Nej, der var ikke nogen alligevel. Det var du fuldstændig ret i. So the ones that I do diamond painting of, you guys, what do you think of the Diamond Art Club and the whole pre-cut plastic thing? Because it's what I have on this one, and I'm not quite sure what I think of it. I'm not very impressed about it, I will say, but it's not making me mad. I mean, I can just peel it off, so to speak. But I think it's more to if others are using it as, a feature and using it as a positive thing when they do diamond painting. Ulla says she got used to it, but she thought it was a little bit annoying in the beginning. Okay. yeah, I'm like, I really don't, it's, I'm not using it for anything. And that's what, like, maybe I'm not the best one to give a critique on it, because I'm not using it for what it should be. I mean, I can see how it could be a good thing, because here when I kind of just, usually I would just be, doing the crease here in the edge of the plastic, but I have a rib that is a new kit that has that. I don't like it. I use my quick release papers as I get to custom my painting experience further. Also, I can block off without getting overwhelmed with very big projects. Yeah. And I do the same thing, but I do think that for some people it could be like a good feature if you're one of those that usually will be section off with washi tapes or whatever, and you don't have to sit and cut with a knife or something like that. I mean, it hasn't changed anything in how I do my painting, to be honest. I was just kind of, I was a little bit curious about how to approach it for me. And yeah, it's a thing, but it's not like I think it's a, whoa, that was a amazing, because I really that make the difference for me. It does not make a difference for me. It's just there, to be honest. Oh, back to the whole Infinity Nikki thing. So I my husband was watching me playing Infinity Nikki, and I think he could kind of sense that I was getting a little bit desperate and a little bit annoyed, and he was like, oh, but could you do this or could you do that? And I will say, sometimes I would, with other people, I could get a little bit offended by, be like, oh, I did try that, thing. But he does have a way to say it that I don't usually get it. And I didn't. I was like, okay, I did try that, and I did try that. And I did Google Meet for, am I at all the right place? Because I couldn't get up on a platform, and I still haven't found, I know I'm at the right place, but I can't get on the platform. So I have to do a little bit more digging and research in if it's just me being bad at jumping, which I think it is. But if there's something I can do so I can make like the whole gliding phase a bit more longer. So, or high, I could jump higher or something like that. So yeah, that's just me playing PlayStation and realizing why I'm not, why I never went really good at it. But I remember when playing World of Warcraft, there was a whole thing we had to do where we had to jump from a balcony, from one balcony to the other balcony to get into Molten Core, I think it was. Unless there was someone who could summon you. And I had to have my ex-husband to jump for me, because I usually would just fall off that balcony and be absolutely annoyed. And people would be laughing, like, now she's off again. One more time. Or, oh, she died. She fell off in the lava. I was like, So when we had to go on these big raids and there was a lot of people I didn't know, that would be his task to save his life that night. There was two things he had to be sure of. One, be sure of that we had a plan for dinner. and that getting me from one balcony to the other. That was that was it. Other than that, I was fine. So yeah, that is probably just overall a problem I have when I play games, I think. So, but I do like the ones where I like Infinity Naked because I can actually just do something else. There's other quests I can do where I don't have to do the whole thing. But you know, sometimes to get some of the good stuff, you have to do these very gnarly quests. Yeah, so, but I like it. Overall, I like game. Overall, I like the game. It's not too bad. I think you can say that. It's not too bad. Så, nej, læg dig ned. It's because I was laughing he's coming in here. It's like, oh, you're laughing of funny things without me. Læg dig ned. Arthur, læg dig. Gå og læg dig. Nej, slut. Gå og læg dig. And now he looks like he's getting beaten every day. So I think he would very much someone to call animal control and get me picked up for abuse or something. Because he looks like he's getting hit every day and, you know, not enough food or stuff like that. Yeah. The same look he gives me whenever I groom him. He does not like to get groomed. Yes, the last time I had to cut a bit in his hair in his ear, not his ear, but the hair in his ear, so that he get less chance of getting infection in the ear. So, and he does not like it. I mean, he really does not like it. He just accepts it because I am the one who feeds him. He does not like it. And the funny thing is actually that the old one we had, I put him on our dining table with, of course, a blanket on first, and then the dining table underneath. But he would fall asleep on it, and I would be able to turn him around and do whatever, and he would just be like fast asleep. This one, it's not a catching game because he will come when I call him, and he knows when we are done. And he will try this before we're really done. He will be like trying to get me to give him a treat before. But he does know that the thing that happens when I say we're done is that he will get a treat. So it's not like he is, you know, it's not like he's used to that it will end up in just him being, you know, told to go to bed or something. So he will get treats or, you know, good things at the end of a session. It's just, I think that he thinks that the session is taking too long. Especially if it's something where I will be cutting the hair, of course, in his ears and between, you know, in with his toenails and all that. He has a lot of hair there too. So, and he's very ticklish under his on his paw. So it's a thing. It's a thing. And I'm trying not to let it be a thing, but it is a thing. When he was younger, he would scream when my husband was cutting his nails, like he was cutting his nails at the point where it hurts, and he never did. He has never tried to be cut like up till where it hurts. our old one, he was more like he has tried that, where my husband has been cutting him too far, but this one has never. So I don't know why I think at one point he figured out that if he just said a thing, if he made a outcry, we would let him go. We never did, but I think he still tries to see if it works. So I will give him point for the try. I will give him points for that. So I think when I'm, let's see, yeah. Because I will be finished with this section in not so long, and when I'm finished with that, I'm gonna just put it aside and I'm gonna get my cross stitch things, and we're gonna look at what I'm working on, what I have been working on, and what I think the next project is. Cross stitch for me is still like a new thing. I am very new to it, and I did finish a project earlier this year and I'm very proud of it. It's very nice, and I am going to hopefully finish the next one during this year, the Wallowa piece, the other one, and then I will have like the Amazon piece. I don't know completely, I'm not completely sure what to do with the Amazon piece because I'm not too happy about it. I'm not gonna throw it out because it's not like it's not workable, but you know, it's I think some of it has to do with the fact that I have to use 3 threads instead of 2, and in my world it clashes too much with a lot of things. So and I think it's very different from color to color in that set, how good they are, like the thread, the floss itself is. So there's also that. That did good. Well. My nose. So well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors left. So. So, and I think my next stream is probably, maybe it's gonna be Thursday or Friday, I would imagine, just during the day like this one, just because, you know, I actually function, my body's function very much better at working at this point there of the day. So I will probably be going live at that point, and also because then I won't be, you know, clashing with too many other streamers when I do this. Also because I don't want to, you know, stream and, you know, people get too conflicted about who to watch. And I know from myself that if two you really like go on at the same time, it can be like, okay, which one to watch today. So and as a lot of the streamers that I feel like in the same category in or something, you know, they are from America and they are American streamers, so they are in a different time zone. So that way it's okay. Also because, you know, it's okay they don't watch me in that sense. They can watch the VOD. Also, you know, I feel differently if I'm in a, you know, more permanently or predictable schedule, but because I go on stream and I do it like random, I feel like I would like to take that in consideration and not be like streaming if I know that others are like streaming and I don't have to, you know. I wonder what happened to my nose. So I'm almost done with the section. And I would say the size of the section is actually very normal for me. So it takes me, for a section at this size, when I stream, it takes me a 2.5 hours. I think I started around 12:30 something. So it's actually only around 2 hours because I wasn't. It take me a while before I got started due to usually technical difficulties. But so yeah. Let's just say it'll take me around 2 hours. So it's okay. I think it's okay that way. And I really like that I can do the stream and work, you know, on the project. Because that is the thing, when I do the Whip and Chat for my YouTube channel, I usually do a shorter version of it. And that means that I will do like the start, or I will do like the end of the section, so people are not like too much bothered with being in the middle of it. I just realized yesterday that was the most the best way to do it actually, and I didn't completely do that, but I will do that in the next ones. So yesterday was Sunday and we had like a solid breakfast, and then he went out and I did the whole video and all that, and then we watched Formula 1 in the afternoon, and I made 2 bowls of candy. So we had a little bit snacks, and then when the whole Formula race was done, we looked at each other because we have actually planned we were going to make homemade burgers. But we looked at each other like, are you hungry? No. And we were both very tired and was like really Sunday mood, I think, to be honest. So yesterday we got for dinner we got ice cream, and then we went to bed. So that was it. And that is how it is when you don't have any kids. And to be honest, I really enjoy it. I think when you have had like kids, you really enjoy the time where you can just do whatever you like and not have to, consider that if you do this, you will be a bad role model for your kids. So that I really enjoyed. I think today we're gonna have what we didn't get yesterday, and then tomorrow we're gonna get. I usually I will be making spaghetti bolognese on the Mondays, and I will make a big portion so that I will be both for Monday and Tuesday, because usually in the everyday I will be working at the office on Tuesdays, so I will be not really in the cooking mood when I come home. It's just really a good solution just to cook enough, and I can just heat it up when I get home, and it will be so much more manageable for me. So but as it is holiday season and all that, I can just leave it, let it be with that. And my whole my appointment for later this week you were cancelled. I had to we had to kind of push everything a little bit, so it's okay. I don't mind. I'd rather have a good conscience about visiting people or doing things with people that are actually having the energy for it. And knowing my friend, she wouldn't say it herself. I know that too well. She would never say to me, "Oh, Pia, can't we?" She would be very sick at least. And she was not that sick. She does have an pneumonia, but she's not that sick. But I felt bad about stopping by at her place and and I know she would be, not that she would feel like she had to entertain me, but that would be what she would do, and fuss about me and things like that. I will just, hang on, just do, so we can enjoy the picture. Like that. So far. And I will say, just without any not so much for the what's in the picture, but more for the color combination. We can do a comparison, I think, between the two pictures, between Dreamer Design and Manaka, but you will actually see there's a big difference between the two of them. And because I am and I'm packing everything together and back, so I'm taking it away because we're gonna look at the cross stitch. So another thing, we were talking about this whole pre-cut plastic thing. So one thing I do think I can do is I can actually usually I would be cutting with a scissor, but now because it is pre-cut, I can actually just can do like this. And that could be okay if it worked. It does almost work. So and another thing, it's not gonna be, I don't know when, but it could be a thing to do, is that I got a present from my stepson. I got a diamond painting picture actually. So well, I'm gonna do that in a stream too, because it's not that big. It's a partial, and it is kind of funny, I think, that he got me that. And fun, sweet. It's funny and sweet, I would say. So I'm just gonna remove this. So this is the Diamond Art Club picture, and as you can see, it is a landscape, and I've been working on this part down here. The thing is that when I take the Dreamer Design picture, I started up here, but I think that you will see that the color combination does say something. So let's see, get them both in the picture. It's a bit hard, I think, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait until I am a little bit further with the Diamond Art Club picture. I could really, and maybe I will wait until I'm completely done with it, because the best way would be if I could, you know, make a comparison on the other color, like. And it's a bit hard to do a comparison on camera, but I think if you look here, actually I think you can see it here. If you just take that part here, that would actually be like the same. This up here is the same as this one here. So is a big difference in the color, I think, and in the way they have chosen to blend the colors. And if I just look over the colors over here in general, I would say I think like the way Diamond Art Club has done, the way they did the whole rendering on this part here, compared to how Dreamer Design did there. I like the way they did theirs much better. But that is what it is, and that's very personal, or very much me. But what really made the big difference was actually in creating or working with the picture, because this from Dreamer Design, these colors are so bright and almost fluorescent compared to working with this one. Plus the symbols or the print in this one was really, really bad. In the way that when I was working with it, it was hard for me to make the distance, see the difference between the symbols and all that. So I gave up on it. To be honest, I gave up on it. Yeah, it is an older one. It was from the time before people were kind of complaining a lot about their prints. I'm just saying that you will. When I did this 12 months ago, I was talking about it. I was going to start it. When I kitted it up, I was talking about it. And then at that point, there was still people talking about they were getting older kits. So just saying that this is what you can see. And this just to make so you can see the difference. This does not have to be Dreamer Design. This could be any other company I would say. It's just to see what the difference are between the two, because I have the two of them. So what the difference can be in how they render it. So I'm gonna keep this until I'm done with the whole with this one. When I'm done with this one, I'm gonna show how this will look like when I peel off the plastic, so to speak. I haven't done that much, but you can see, but it will seem more realistic, I think, when I am done with the other picture too. Yeah, I had an older Dreamer Design kit and ran into problems myself. Oh, yeah. So just saying that something you just have to be a little bit aware of, or cautious about. So I'm going to be right back. And put my. I'm going to put this one in my living room, and I'm gonna fetch my cross stitch gear. So be right back. Hang in there. away from it, and now I don't want to. So I am working on 2 cross stitch pieces, and they're both stamped cross stitch. I have this thing here, which is like a frame on with some legs and everything. So I'm working on this one, and this one is a lower too. Just gonna find it so you can see it, just a picture of it. So, yeah. This is the one I'm working on with this one. And I just readjusted it. So I am around here at the moment. Yeah. No, I'm actually up here, I think. Yeah, I'm up here. So I'm close to halfway. And it is less smaller than the other one. This one is a 24 by 35 centimeter. So it is, and the other one is like 40 by 40 or something. So yeah. So that's the one I'm working on at the moment from Oaloa, and is on my frame here. I'm just gonna find the one I was thinking of doing, this one here. I have like I'm just gonna remove this frame here. I'm not gonna work on it per se, but I really like this. This was a good buy. I would say when I get more money at one point, I probably am going to see if I can find someone local that can make a similar one that is maybe a little bit more sturdy in it. So this is my mess of a cross stitch gathering here. So, and it's filled with dog hair, because at the moment my dog is shedding, but no one is, you know, counting on tomorrow. So, you know what, I'm just gonna I have I used to have, what the hell happened to my wet wipes? I usually used to have some wet wipes in here, just, you know, but just get to take this one. I might as well just clean it when I've got everything off, you know. So I have this one. I'm very happy about this box. Because I can use this box. This is the other thing, and I can use this as a small table. So I have everything very close to me when I sit in my couch, and I really like that. But so I have 2 other kits, cross-stitch kits, and one is this one. One is this one. This from Amazon, and this is, as I said, there's a lot of reasons why I'm not too happy about it. Why is what the? Oh. Not even too far. No, okay. Right. The reason why I'm not too happy about this is because it is a little bit, it is more sturdy. It's like, it's a 3 floss, and it annoys me a bit. I think it's a bit hard to work on, and I think that I'm not too happy about how the thread. Some of the thread is actually covering okay, but a lot of it is not really good, I think, in the cover. So what I want to do is I want to remove this here. This is my other hoop. So I have these 2 hoops. I'm gonna remove that one. I like to keep my needles I use for the different projects. I like to put them together with the project. I tend to use a little bit different needle when it's one of the 3 threads. So, and I mean, I have done like this much on it, so it's not like I've done a lot. And I was you can see that here on the back, that is not that much I have done on it. And it is a little bit, and I know why, because I'm not too happy about it, and then you will be like, So I'm using these, and what I was looking at before was that I have these here, but my problem is they're not. This goes from 1 to what? 1 to 30. And these goes from 30 till 100. And I have 3 of these. I have 1 of these. And like I can't use that for anything. I thought these were different actually. I thought these were like from 1 to, but I think it's a mistake, to be honest. So because like this, this is my lower piece, and I have all the thread collected here almost, and I like to have it like this instead of the papers they are in, mostly because when I put them on here, I know that it's a thread, it's a color I work on, I'm using, and then at the end of the day, or when I'm at the end of the project, almost all the colors will be here, of course. And then when I'm done with the picture, I will put them, I can say that now because I have finished the picture. So when I'm done with it, I will put them in here. And in here there are I put like the DMC number. Come on. There. On top of it. So I can see. It's not, this is like when I started in the beginning with my diamond painting. So you do try and error a little bit in the beginning, I think, with whatever craft you have. You find whatever you like, and then you will, adjust into what is really a good match for you. But I bought these are like the other ones. These are actually going from 1 till 60. I can't remember how many colors are in it. I'm gonna put this in here. I use these Ziploc bags from IKEA, and they are the best for these for this cross stitch, because I can save the whole project in it, and and in here it is safe from dust and dog hair and everything, and yeah, So I really I enjoy using that, and they're not that expensive, and I can reuse them. It is the same Ziploc bags I use for my saving my drills from diamond painting when I stock those. So, and I use them for what was it? My yarn too when I knit. So other tools I have is I use these magnifying glasses with lighting. Can do this. These I'm very pleased about. I had some other ones and I wasn't that too much impressed. I wasn't that impressed with it. So one thing I do think I kind of missed when I was like, where do I find that? That is actually how to figure out in the jungle of frames, snap frame, Q-snap frames, hoops, the whole, when you get up in the whole, like the one I have, or the big ones and all that, what is good and what is not good, and you know, it's a jungle. Okay, this one I bought from AliExpress. And these are like silk threads. They're a little more, you can see, like they're shiny. And when let's see, how many colors are there? 22, so I could actually use these ones. My only thing about this one is I could be afraid that they're too slippery on it, but well, we'll see. So, but these colors are very amazing. So, and to this I need to use 2 threads. It's a 11 count. So this should be kind of easy because it is a little less different, a lot of different colors. There's only the 22 colors. There's some back stitches I can see. But other than that, they should actually, and the color here, the color scheme here matches the colors that are in here. There are a smaller, oops, here it is, a smaller pattern here. Oh, the back stitches are for the signs, of course. Yeah, that we will have to look at. This is the picture. This way. And the back stitches are for the signs. I will have to look into how to do that. But other than that, I think it's a beautiful picture. It is from AliExpress. So and for some reason I really like starting at the bottom. So maybe I should just start here. And I'm like, I don't have to start I could start in the middle if I want to, right? No one is gonna scold me for starting in the middle and not in one of the sides. Well, I'm a little bit, and this is because it's not, it's an all Chinese one, so there's not much in English in it. So I kind of have to guess my way. Come on. Where are you? There. Sorry, I'm in the picture. Like that. So, and that is one of the things about these cross stitch when it's when it is like stamp cross stitch, and the print makes the cloth a little bit more stiff, sturdy thing. So, but I will say that does get better the more you work with it and you kind of work with it. It does get better. So this one I would, for instance, I would take with me in my couch and sit with it. So that is what I prepare it for. Like that. Okay. So, because it is a Chinese, I'm gonna use the Chinese needle holders here. Oh, maybe I should take this one actually. My dragon scale. And I will say, no matter what, I will always be a gadget girl. Yeah, I can't help it. Let's see. So why? Oh, that's, of course, that is why. So the symbol here, the symbols here, those symbols correspond with this pattern that's here, which is the original pattern. So if I would make this without, as a counter cross stitch, for instance, I could do that. I could just use this pattern, and there's a pattern here, the same. Oh, the rest of it in here. You're not supposed to show the whole at one point. So that is that. But this is like more. This is for what I'm gonna use. So out here is the letter for the color, for the symbols for the color that are in here on the cloth itself. So okay. So we're gonna do like this. And I'm gonna take, let's just take 21. Because 21 is at least, anyway, the one I'm gonna do the most. 21, so we're just gonna take this one. Oh, it has a completely different feel than the other ones. Oh, this is nice. I could get used to this one, I think. I actually could get used to this one. And there is a problem because I can't really be here. So I'm gonna just take. And that was what I know now why I didn't take that one actually, because they are like I'm gonna show you what the problem is with what. So really need to order something else. Oh, come on. Come on. So now I wish you could feel what I feel, because this thread, this floss is actually really nice. So my problem or my challenge here is that if I could use this one, for instance, compared to this one, you can see that the hole here is remarkable smaller. So with this one, I could actually take the whole bunch and put it in. Here I just take 3 strands and put in. the only thing is that they haven't actually written anywhere whether it's a 14 count or what it is. So I think I'm just to make sure that I do the right one. 9, 11 or 14 for the, and I don't, you know, I can't read the Chinese version of it. Okay, I'm just gonna take this one. So it is also a little bit all over the place, the floss, because it's so smooth. That I will say. But I do like to work with the 2 strands, because there's some things that just makes it easier when if you only have need to have 2 strands. Into maybe I should just take one of the other ones and, you know, put some new labels on top of them. I could do that. I think I'm gonna do that because this one is gonna drive me crazy working with it. Come on. Thank you. But before I get started, I just want to make sure. I'm just going to see my phone. Didn't I? History. And browse. Just put it there. Count. 11 count. I did 2. I think I'm gonna put some. Let's see which ones. I think I'm gonna take this one. I think I'm just gonna take this one, and I'm gonna put some white labels on it with some other, with the numbers 1 till, you know, whatever. And because I can't use them otherwise. It's a bit stupid. Because these ones are not the same. So I think that this one is, did that, because what I'm thinking is I can't really remember in what when I ordered what and when I got what code, because I think that this one did come with these. I think actually these two are like connected, and then these two should be connected. I'm gonna take, I'm gonna take this one. This one is like for itself, and this one is like it belongs to something. To the other. So. Okay, I think I got it now. I don't know if you know how it is, but sometimes when things like this, I kind of have to not let it annoy me. And it still does annoy me when it's not like what I think it is, you know, and things just not like I want it to be. Then I get a little bit annoyed. And this belongs to here. So I can start this. What is it? Oh, I can show you how I started, but I don't think I can get to do that much cross stitch before I kind of have to stop. But I really like the colors here, and I like the feeling of the silk floss. So I think I'm gonna do an exception when it comes to AliExpress. I'm not that much into shopping at AliExpress, but it's the only place I found the big ones, and the only place I actually found where they actually sell the silk as an option. Yeah, I can buy this picture here as a cotton thread too. So it's an option that you can choose whether to do one or the other. I watched a video of some Chinese old people doing a broderie session where they broderie a picture where they're kind of stitching through the canvas, and in that way they are creating two different pictures in one. That looks amazing. That's when I see things like that, I'm always like, oh, please tell me how you do it. I want to do that too. Now I'm just trying not to get this too entangled. For some reason it did get. Let's see. This is just me being a little bit, I need to do this thing. It's not like it has anything to do with cross stitch. It's just me being a little bit weird. Don't mind me. I might not even be able to do it, finish it, because it's like a little bit entangled. And I have a running nose suddenly. I think I'm gonna do this afterwards, because it's a bit stupid doing this online here. Yeah, I know, but it annoyed me, okay? Yeah. But look. the thing is that I know that if I don't do it now, I have to do it afterwards, and anyway, I have to do it before I start working on the project, because if I work on it and I will stumble on things like this, I will be like annoyed, and yeah. Like, I can't let it go now. I wouldn't be able to let it go working on the project, and you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. I would say that I think I got it from my mom, because she was kind of that way too. It has to be neat and in order, and it's like when I cook, I clean. First of all, I put everything out that I need, so I don't have to look for ingredients while I cook. And then I will be cleaning and, you know, all that as a cook, so that when all the food is done, there won't be like anything messy in the kitchen. Så ja, jeg ved det godt. Du skal til dyrdoktoren i morgen med det der hoste, ikke? Ja. Ja, du skal. Jo. Så. Ja. It's not as I want it to be, but it's not as bad as it was. So I'm just gonna leave it here, and then I can do a little bit more on it when I am done streaming. So I'm just gonna put this aside, so I know that there's something I need to do before I leave in here. So, but what I wanted to do was to show you how I just start this up as one of the last things today. I'm gonna find a needle and put it there, and I'm gonna take one strand from here. And the reason why I take one strand instead of two is because even though I need two strands, I'm just gonna need one from here, because hang on. We're gonna do that afterwards. Because I'm just gonna take this and bend it, so to speak. So I will have two strands, and then I will have a loop here. So my needle threader, and whoops, det var irriterende. No. Like that. So I put this in here. And that also makes it a bit shorter than sitting with two very long strands. You will actually have a little bit shorter here. So, what I do, hang on. Is I go, if I can find it, down here. There you go. So go here, and I go from bottom right to upper left. And whether you go one or the other way is actually not that important. Then I turn my things around here. So on the back of the thing of this project, on the hoop, I will put this in the loop. So I don't have a knot or anything, or threads, floss that is hanging, you know, it's just, and then I will be going from bottom to the up. I'm so sorry I'm sniffing like that, but I just, I'm too busy. So you can either, and I would say in the beginning it's a little bit of a feel when you start a new project, and then after a while you will get the feel for it and you will actually know where the holes are, so to speak. So like this, and I have to go out and fix that nose. Hang on. That makes sense. Okay, that was better. Sorry. So you can do it one stitch at a time, like that. It's, of course, I chose a white color, light color on a light background. I'm sorry, I will try and do better next time. Okay. Or you can choose to do like where you take half a stitch first on the whole column or row. And then I take the other half on the way down. Sometimes I feel like it does make it a more even look, or you know, so it's like to do it like that. Oh. So I use my needle holders here and this is bought for cross stitch. This is kind of, needle minders and cover minders can't be the same. It's the only thing I think with some of the cover minders is that when I want them to be if I use them as a needle minder, it's not always I'm really too fond of the magnet, because the magnet seems a little bit weak. That can be because that can be because it's a cheap one, or it can be because it's, for instance, some of them from the Diamond Art Club I haven't been too impressed with. That could be just because it can be too expensive to put a really expensive or good magnet on it. Okay, so this one I'm gonna fix. This one I'm gonna fix. Oh, I'm gonna put this one on. So let's see, what does it tell me? It's 10 minutes. I have about 10 minutes left, and I'm gonna use them to two things. First of all, I'm gonna finish my small entangling project with one of the strands here. And I want to say, while I do this, I want to say two things. I'm really grateful for all of you guys that have stopped by today, and that makes me believe that I still have something for other people. I'm really grateful that even though I pulled the plug for a period of time where my real life had to take priority over my virtual life or the online life, that there are still people that welcome me back, and I know that sometimes life is just life, and you can't control all aspects of it, no matter how much you try. So yeah, I did get it. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this back. Now it's nice and neat and not entangled, and I can use it right off the back. I'm happy. I am a happy camper now. No, so that I would say I'm very grateful for you being here, and whether you're here now with me or you're watching this on replay, me being grateful is the same. Ulla says I've been missed, and it's lovely I'm back, and everything's gonna be okay. Thank you, Ulla. You're so kind. You're such a sweetheart. So, but I'm still not ready for a schedule where I commit to some days, permanent days. I will still be. Hello, Dory. You are just entering as I am saying goodbye, but it's okay. Did you see that I put up a video on the YouTube channel? So there's something for the Danish girls and gals. So I'm still not testing the waters, but okay. But there is. I am trying to put something up on a little bit more regular base. Not like always, but you know, a little bit here and there. And that's a little bit the same with the whole streaming wise, is that I'm here, but I'm not fully here. Hello, Mrs. Coffee. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I know. It is a time zone thing. So it's quite okay. But I'm just happy you stopped by. Yeah, I got a new cross-stitch kit that I wanted to try out. I was working on the Amazon and I was not too happy about it. So this one I got from AliExpress. So I'm gonna do a little bit of adjustment and then I'm gonna work on that one because I'm really keen on trying this whole silk thread thing. So, and as one of the last thing today, I think I'm gonna show you. Where the hell did I do that? Oh, it's in here. I am gonna show you. If you hadn't, I don't think I put it up. The kiddos waved hello on their way. Good. And the kids here in Denmark they're actually not in school because they are having Easter holiday here in Denmark. So, but they would have been at home. So this is actually the project that I finished, that I started. This is the absolutely first cross-stitch project I did. And very typical me, I had to choose a project that had like 62 colors and it's a 40 by 40. So, but that being said, I'm kind of proud of it. Just saying. No, I really like it. I did find afterwards, and I think that's just how it is. I did find a little bit of hiccups here and there, but overall, I'm actually kind of surprised how the colors came to afterwards when I washed it, and you know, you work on a piece of cloth with these strange colors, and even though the floss is there to give different to make it look different, seeing it when you wash it and see how it comes through and how it like transform is something else. Oh yeah. Thank you, Miss Colby. Yeah, that's right, Ulla. Yeah. I just, yeah. Miss Colby, it's just because, Ulla, just say when you see Ulla, because she's called, her call name she writes is Thor Ulla, but just call her Ulla, because that's her name. Oh, Dorothy. Yeah. Well, congratulations with your new phone. Yeah, so this one I bought from Oaloa, this one. And it's the same place as the one I showed on before. And it didn't take me as long as I was afraid of when I realized how big a project it was. But I will say when I started it, and I think actually I did start it down here, I was like, I'm never gonna finish this one, because and I couldn't see how it should end out. But when I look at it now, I am, as I said, very, very amazed on how the colors are looking after the wash. And I was a little bit scared how, if they would, you know, would they wash off all of it, because some of the colors are actually very bright. But there was nothing, and I was Googling, I was YouTubing, I was doing all the things to figure out how to get the best way to get the colors off. And I found a way that suited me very good, because a lot of them talked about using a wool detergent or something very, very you use for very fine materials. And the only thing for me is using detergent is very hard on my hands, so I have to use gloves. I was like, how is there a way I can do without? So what I ended up with was I was using dishwasher soap as the first wash, and then I just let it soak in the detergent. I didn't kind of wash it, I didn't move it around. And then I put gloves on, and then I just was like, afterwards, I think I put it through clean water 3 or 4 times, where I just moved it around. So with the dishwashing water, I was more like taking care of the whole edge here and making sure that was getting clean and that was getting nice, and just letting all the others dissolve. And it actually did dissolve like by itself. So it was much less work than I thought it would be. And a lot of the places I was researching was like, oh, you have to let it be for like 4 or 5 hours at least. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I started in the morning morning around 10 o'clock, and then I did all the things and let it be until the afternoon, and then in 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon I would take it off and put it on, and I just let it dry on like a piece of other cloth, just to let it be. I haven't ironed it or anything, so this is just how it turned out after a wash. So yeah, actually the other one I am working on right now is something I want to give away. So this one is for me, and at one point I'm gonna put it in a frame and put it in my crafting place. So just if you weren't here from the beginning, this is the one I'm working on the other overload I'm working on, and I am like up here at the moment. So I think I'm gonna, when I look at the end of the year, this one will be finished, and depending on how much I'm gonna be captured by the whole silk thread project, because if that's gonna suddenly take over, I could imagine it could happen. Let's just say that it could happen. I am in that one my attention span is sometimes very easily moved away from whatever could be important. I would be working on something else. So yeah, but the whole silk project here, it feels good. I will say it feels good. So it might not be the last cross-stitch project, stamp cross-stitch, that I am throwing myself into. And I just realized that the signs here, actually they have also pre-printed them, because I thought I should do them freehand, but I'm not. I don't have to. I can just do them. The question is actually, I do have to do them freehand, depending on, because they have to be on top of the white. Jesus, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take maybe a picture of it, so I know exactly how it looks like. afterwards. Okay, before, yeah. Okay, guys, girls, my dog needs me. He has been in here for 3 or 4 times just to tell me to get out of there. He is not talking as much as a husky, for instance, would, but he has some very talkative eyebrows he can shift around. So, but I am very happy to see you all guys here, and I am very appreciative of you being here still, and I will be seeing you around, and all of you have a fabulous rest of your day. I know that for some of you the day has just started, for other of us it is at the end of the day or close to the end. We are close to a walking time, dinner time, and other people are a bit more close to the breakfast time. We will be seeing each other again Sunday, and Miss Coffee, I will be stopping by one of the days. See you all around and have a nice day. Bye.